Franchise consultancy, the next big opportunity. Not everyone is meant to follow the crowd. Some are born to lead, to guide, to unlock potential. Imagine a world where businesses thrive because of you, where entrepreneurs take their first step with confidence and established brands scale beyond imagination because you showed them the way. Welcome to the world of franchise consulting. A $5 trillion industry is waiting. A booming market where demand for expert consultants is soaring high. India's franchise sector alone is growing at 30% annually. Over 1 million businesses are looking to expand, and they need guides, experts, and consultants like you. Being an independent franchise consultant means more than just a title. It means empowering businesses, helping aspiring entrepreneurs start strong, supporting business owners in scaling up, enabling profitable exits for those ready to move on. With 27 years of Franchise India expertise, a global network of brands and investors, and a program designed for professionals like you, IFC is your gateway to success. This is not just a business, it's a movement, a career, a future. So, ask yourself, are you ready to be the guide, to lead, to grow? Become an independent franchise consultant. Be the guide. Grow with us. Franchise India.
Hello, very good evening, friends. Thank you so much for joining in this special webinar at 5 in the evening. And we warmly welcome all the domestic and international guests in this webinar. Merry Christmas to all of you. And we are welcoming you to $5 trillion industry. Franchise India is now inviting like-minded professionals who are looking forward to start consulting as a practice, consulting as a business. In this webinar, we are inviting all of you because this is a direct invitation from the House of Franchise India for a few who are having that kind of understanding regarding consulting advisory. And Franchise India is a trusted advisory platform, how to start your own business platform. And IFC, Independent Franchise Consultant, is a specialist how to start your own business. So we will talk about our business. I'll simplify. Rather, we are having two communities who we work. One side, we are working with investors. Now, investors who are maybe starting first time, because after COVID time also we have seen in a survey that there are 70% business buyers today who are first time business buyers. They have never done businesses. They're professionals, they were working somewhere. Now they are looking to start some sort of business. It is an active business. Now, there is no capability maybe how to evaluate, how to see the right opportunity, right match for each investor. So that's where Franchise India comes with a legacy of 27 years of experience in consulting, broking business, and we help these investors to rightly match an opportunity for them. Rightly match for their profile, their investments, and in their markets also we help to structure this. So these are active businesses wherein we are looking forward for investors. Other side, we also have businesses which are at startup level largely, and then we also mid-segment and we have large corporates as well, whom we help to scale their business. Now, when we are talking about scaling the business would mean we are helping them to develop the franchise network. We help them to get into new markets, to open franchise outlet, franchise stores, or getting franchise partners. Then we have third business also, which is resale. We are helping investors who have maybe invested earlier in some sort of business as a franchisee and now do not want to continue by any reason and want to exit out of this business. So there's only Franchise India which would again come in picture and help these investors or franchisees or investors to exit out of this business. And plus, is there any business house they are looking to sell their business? So we are looking forward to help them to come out of that business and find a new buyer. So I'll repeat, these are three businesses which we are talking about. It's a start your own business platform, one side. Second is scaling up the business. And third is exit, how to come out of the business and go the exit out of it. These are three businesses we are talking about at this platform. Rather, we are using a byline that nobody in the world sells more business than Franchise India, because Franchise India have created a very, very largest network in India. We are now more than 97 cities today in present in India, and we are also now more than 15 countries as well already present. So, what we are talking about today, that anything we consume is coming from some sort of franchise company, and consumption is growing, franchising is growing. That's how Franchise India is also expanding our business now. We are also looking forward for new cities to evaluate, wherein we are looking forward for a local partner. Plus, there are already, as I said, 97 cities. We are already present with this format, with this structure, which is independent franchise consultants. We are also looking forward for more partners in these cities, wherein we have seen over the period of time the business is growing, franchising is growing, and there are a lot of brands they want to go to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities as well. And that's how we are looking forward for a local partner to get associated with Franchise India, and we will make him as a Franchise India in the city. These profiles can be somebody who is from real estate and doing real estate consulting, someone who is into financial sector already doing some kind sort of consulting in financials, and also some education consultants. And if there is anyone who is already into some sort of franchising and helping entrepreneurs to get a business, or helping some startup companies, in the initial stage, some sort of franchising they are already doing or associated, these can be highly complementing businesses. So today in this webinar, what we are going to cover, we will be covering three aspects largely. One, we talk about franchise India journey at length. We'll also talk about franchising at large, what is the size of franchising as of today, and what is next 20, 30 years looking like. And third, we will also talk about the business model of independent franchise consultant, and we will share a presentation and give you complete overview of the monetization model and how it works, and what we are looking forward from your side as in role and responsibilities from our side and from your side also. So some guidelines for this webinar, because we do not have any opportunity wherein you can talk to us. So please use Q&A box, which is at the bottom of the screen, to share your queries and questions, which we are going to take. Plus, we will give you, as I said, a complete overview of what we do, who we are. We are also looking forward to know who have joined us today, and we will also share some questions, and you have some options which you can use and share in the Q&A box along with your city name, because we would look forward to city or country where from you have joined in this webinar. And we will also talk about then further what is an opportunity in your city. So further, to take this session forward, first I'll introduce the panel. And along with me, my name is Sanjay. I'm CEO Director of Franchise India. Along with me, I have our leaders plus management also joined us. We have Anurag Saha, who has joined us from Kolkata. We have Shiju Joseph, has joined from Kerala. And we have our senior leader, Shakti Vel, who has joined us from Chennai, along with Kapil. Plus, we also have our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, who is chairman, Franchise India Group, and along with our managing director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, also in this. First, I will invite our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, to set up some perspective and welcome you once again, and with season's greetings to all of you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sanjay, and welcome, friends, and many, many greetings for the day. Merry Christmas to all of you. And we are now entering a new year, 2026. And normally, when you enter a new year, you do resolutions. You think about what is next going to be. It might be on your personal life, health, or even doing your career. And one of the biggest decisions for anybody to take is, what is the next career for me? So I welcome you. And if you all joined, you're very serious about it, because you're leaving your holiday, not spending time with family, and doing a business webinar on this day. That means it shows that you are very, very serious. And congratulations for all of you to be part of this. So this webinar, we're going to take you with one of the opportunities to partner with Franchise India in two capacities. One, as a capacity of becoming an independent franchise consultant. And second is a capacity of opening a firm, which means that you run Franchise India office in your city. Now, that's very, very rare opportunity. We have never done that. We've never allowed, because we run most of the offices company owned across markets, not only just India, but 19 countries. But I feel that to bring the best potential of those cities, we might have somebody who qualifies to become our firm owner. But this is only for very select people who have that capabilities to build a significant business in their market. And this would also come with exclusivity, means that you will become an exclusive partner with Franchise India in that city. I'll take up that a little later. I'll give you flow of this webinar. First, I'll pass it on to Sonia. She comes with 20 years of experience, especially in franchise brokerage. She built the largest brokerage network in the world. As I said, we have three brands. One is Franchise India, which is in India. Fran Global is in 19 countries. And we also acquired a company which is the oldest consulting firm in the world called Francop. So between these three companies with 1,200 full-time employees, we are by far the world's largest franchise and entrepreneur development company. When I use entrepreneur development company, is our purpose of whatever we do for last 28 years is to help build entrepreneurs. And that's something which we feel that is a nation service anywhere in the world, wherever we go. I mean, we are in operations in Sri Lanka, we have operations in Middle East, we have operations in Southeast Asia, Australia, UK, North America. Our purpose is very straight. We help people start new business. So I rather tell that when people come to you, if you join Franchise India as either IFC or a firm owner, if people ask you what do, you say, I am a start your own business specialist. I help people to start the business. So friends, we first talk about, Sonia will talk about the Franchise India journey, Fran Global journey. We'll talk about what have we have built over the time. It's something phenomenal we have done. It's been 20 years of investment to create this whole ecosystem which can nurture entrepreneurship. So that's something which she's going to talk. She'll also talk about some of the case studies which we have done, some of the brands we represent, because you will then relate more on the brands. Then I'll take over and I'll talk about the business model of partnering with us. Either you become an IFC, how attractive the IFC opportunity is, or you apply for a firm. So we'll talk about that, and we'll also talk about the cities we are open, which cities we are ready to do that. And then I'll pass back to Sanjay, who is the CEO and director of this business. He runs the all the business through IFCs. He's rather built phenomenal consultants. Today, I'm very proud that we are the world's largest franchise consultant community, and Sanjay leads that, and he has some phenomenal consultants which are 100% putting their time and their livelihood, their growth, their everything around them, both financially and socially, is working around this. So he has also put up a discipline in terms of how to groom and bring a new member who's not done maybe franchising and doesn't know how the consulting works. So we handhold them to a point where they start generating their own business and so on and so forth. We'll also talk about a little bit on how you make money in this business, how you are going to get the value. And we have now two more colleagues, who've joined. Bishwajit is joined from Pune, and we have Sharath, who's joined from Bangalore city. So we, as I said, we have offices across markets. By names, I was looking at a lot of people. I see some people have also joined from overseas countries, because this campaign runs in Sri Lanka, this runs in Middle East. So when we do introduction, please introduce yourself. So we have also our IFC partners in many countries. We are having IFC partner in Dubai, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and now we have in Australia. We have Mongolia, a country there. We have Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, and then we have now Canada and UK, our direct IFC partners. So we are a global network of community which helps people start their new business. We are the people who flourish entrepreneurship in any nation we work with. So over to you, Sonia, for your brief, and then and let's make it very interactive, friends, because I like when you ask more and more questions. Ask any questions, use the Q&A box, ask the questions about the business model. Also share about you, share about your experiences and so on and so forth. So over to you, Sonia.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. And friends, again, a very good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us today. And just to recap the entire opportunity, I would say Franchise India, in very simple terms, we are a start your own business platform. And between all the companies that we run, we have been I would say, the prime mover in the entire franchise ecosystem for the last 28 years. And it started with one single investor, one brand. And today we are proud and humbled at the same time that we have worked with more than 10 million investors. And these are people who want to start a business and eventually took our services, took guided solutions from us to start a business, where the average investment of an investor, I would say, and there are people who would even invest much higher. But when I say the average investment, because we have a lot of opportunities which are lesser and a lot of opportunities which go even beyond this. But the sweet spot and the average investment size is close to about 50 odd lakhs. And if I translate that into USD terms, it's close to $55,000 is the average investment that we have helped people to invest in active businesses. And in these 28 years, because when we started in 1999, the ecosystem of franchising was not as big. So we had a big responsibility of making this ecosystem large, empowering our community of investors to understand different opportunities. Equally, we wanted to also bring in a lot of sustainable companies, responsible companies to come into franchising. So through our consulting arm, which is Franco, which is much older than Franchise India, it's a 50-year-old company which is headquartered in US. And Franchise India acquired the rights of Francop about 20 years back. And Francop has worked globally with all the brands perhaps you can think of when it and these are brands which are synonymous with franchising, brands like McDonald's, KFC, 7-Eleven. These are the companies which have been consulted by Francop. And in India, we have worked with more than 20,000 companies in the last 2.5 decades, where Francop has worked with these companies to make them franchise ready. And through our Fran Global business, which is the company which runs in about 19 countries globally, we have also been instrumental in bringing about 790 odd companies, which are market entries that we have spearheaded in markets like India subcontinent, also markets like Mongolia, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. And through a well-structured company, I would say our company offers today these services through a large media group, which runs today about 200 large exhibitions in India, international markets, and also 3 big publications, which includes Franchising World, Retailer, and Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is the magazine, which is world's #1 business magazine with headquarters in America. And this is also a magazine which I would say rating of all the entrepreneurs is taken as a benchmark by all global franchise brands from McDonald's, KFC's. And we have a joint venture with the Entrepreneur for entire Asia. So with the combined strength of all our group companies, we today are largest franchise development and distribution company in the world. And what we have done is we have made a lot of investment in these 27 years. We also bring a lot of our validated learning to the market. So the largest and the biggest ecosystem. And to give you some examples of companies from the early success that we built, and these are companies today which are synonymous with that category, and they've become very, very big. Brands like Ferns and Petals, we were the first one who started working with them, launched them in franchising. Brands like Lenskart, who recently also did their IPO. This was also a very big case study. We started working with them when they were just an online platform. Brands like Natural Salon, one of the largest salon chains in India, and also they're operating in markets like Dubai and Sri Lanka. And today, if you look at the entire ecosystem of both the supply side, when I say supply side, companies who are expanding their footprint, this ecosystem has become very, very big. Today, we work with the likes of Aditya Birla Group, which has brands like Tasva, Jaipur, Indriya. And these are the brands which have recently started franchising. Initially, they were all company operated stores. But the next phase of expansion, these companies are looking to bring partners in order to expand their footprint. And even the likes of Tata, I remember in the times of COVID, this was about 5 years back, we reached out to Chroma. And at that point in time, the company only had about 200 stores they were running, and all these stores were owned and operated by Tata themselves. And we had an opportunity, we reached out to them, and today they have more than 600 plus stores which they are running, and all their stores run on a franchisee owned and a company operated model. So not only we worked with them to create a business model, but we also worked with Chroma to transfer their existing stores to new partners, where the entire operations are retained by Tata, but you have an investor who would run multiple locations. And we are proud of these companies today. And we also understand the overall economic impact of entrepreneurship, which is seen in everyday, our lives. And this is actually driving the economy of our country and the world at large. And at Franchise India, we've been at the forefront of making entrepreneurship inclusive for all. So franchising has become today a cornerstone for businesses to expand globally and in India. And it has been a global success story, a big catalyst, I would say, for entrepreneurship, a powerful wealth creation engine. And this is what we want to fuel through our IFC program. So, and as India experiences a big wave, and I would say it is at a tipping point of entrepreneurial growth, and more importantly, it is franchise-driven expansion by companies. The market is all set to grow exponentially. So, we're looking and inviting forward-looking, thinking professionals who could join us in building the most dynamic and also robust, strong franchise network in the world. So in all, we run three different businesses, and there are different companies under the group. So one is your Start Your Own Business platform. This is an investment platform where active businesses are run by operators or franchise partners. And anyone who wants to start a business is the community, the opportunity that we all have at hand. And this opportunity today is becoming very, very big. And not only, I would say, we have more aware investors who are well traveled. They have an aspiration for more, I would say, a lot of international brands, but they also have the appetite to invest and put significant time to master these businesses. And our second specialization is Scale Your Brand. We also help companies to get into franchising, scale these companies through a big distribution that we have in India and international markets. And companies looking to expand via franchise route, franchising is now, like I said, a preferred expansion model for enterprises, corporates, and startups alike. Almost 25% of startups are using franchising to scale their services or products. And third is the platform, which is Exit. So this is through a company of ours, which is called Business X, where we also help business owners to sell their businesses. So if you are a business owner and you want to exit your business, Business X will work with you to evaluate your business and find either a strategic buyer or a financial buyer. So friends, I'll also request all of you, please make this session interactive. And we like to speak to some of the friends who have joined in, who feel like what we do and who feel that they can be strategic partners with us. We'll talk about how to become a partner with Franchise India. And we also have launched a firm model, which requires, I would say, bigger accountability and bigger responsibility, both from a partner side and, from us as Franchise India. So I'd like to give back to Gaurav to give a little deeper understanding on the overall opportunity. And subsequently, Sanjay would take over. We'll run you through a small presentation. In the meantime, friends, any questions that you have, please feel free to write these questions. And I'll also request we'll have a small, maybe a question that we want to ask, which makes it easier for you, all of you to share your profile. And there are four options which you can also see in the chat box. Sanjay has already shared with you. So if you can choose any of these four options and maybe mention the city that you come from, it will help us in identifying your profile and the city of your interest. So if you're a professional, you can write P. If you are a business owner, any form of business, it can be your own business or a franchise business, you can write P. If you're a management consultant, you can also write MC. And if you're looking for a change of your career, you can write C. So I'll request all of you. So while we do that, if you can just start writing your profile and the city that you come from in the Q&A box. So I'll give it back to Gaurav to.
Thank you, Sonia. And friends, I tried to summarize what we do. And there is a good question Himanshu Sajdev has asked, what actually we consult entrepreneurs when they are buying the business. And Himanshu, your question is absolutely right. Franchise became very popular to self-startup because it was safer. So if you do your own startup, your own business, you have much higher risk. Rather, they say 95% of all startups fail in the first 5 years. And 70% of all franchisees actually go beyond 5 years. So it's also a safer way of doing business. And that's why it's become such a large industry. It's a $5 trillion. If this would have been a country, it would have been the third largest economy. India is 3.75 trillion. It's a $5 trillion industry. Anything and everything you consume is coming from franchise. When you start your breakfast, the first brand sitting on your table is Amul, is a franchise. So when your kids go to school, most likely they're going to a franchise brand. You use salon or you go to any other services, you're using entire thing. Or a Zepto is delivered at your home. We actually handle Zepto. So Zepto's expansion is all done by us. Blinkit expansion is done by us. So when the courier is coming to your home, it is coming from a franchise. So anything from your milk to the car you buy, anything and in between is franchised. I'm not talking about fashion, hotels, fitness centers, everything you consume. Rather, the biggest brand in the world, which I will leave it on for you to open up your mind in franchise, is Coca-Cola. So all their bottling plants and distribution are franchise. Now, same thing is Reliance doing with Campa. It's all franchise. They franchise even Nepal now to a very good group we work with. So franchising is that big. Now, the problem we are trying to solve is 60% of all people who want to buy a business have never done business. Imagine 60%. And in some cities, it is even higher. Like, especially I was yesterday in Hyderabad. Every second guy is an IT guy who wants to start his own business, never done business. They have no understanding how to evaluate a right business. So rather, we have built proprietary tools to help people. Rather, we call ROI Academy. In ROI Academy, we teach people how to understand the ROI, because ROI also can have a different meanings, right? I always say that there are three ROIs in every business. One ROI is return on investment, which is the classic businesses, like you take a distribution of Unilever. Second ROI is return on intelligence, which means that your intelligence is performing better. And third ROI is becoming even more popular, which you are return on involvement. When a person buys a Uber franchise, it might be micro franchise, he's putting his time and he's earning money on his time. But when somebody's wealth management franchise is running on his intelligence, like becoming an IFC or a firm owner is also the other two ROI. It's not about investment. Because when you understand from Sanjay what kind of money you make in becoming an IFC, you will be surprised that it's not a case of ROI. You will make maybe 30 times of what you invested in first year, but it is a return on intelligence and involvement. So, Himanshu, my answer to you is that this is a absolutely big need. Yesterday, I met an investor who runs a 600 crore bath fitting business in Hyderabad. But he's all his life done only one business. He has not even understanding what businesses are available, which business I can diversify. His children want to do something else. He also need to understand what is the next 20-year consumption cycle, what I should fit in. Every single investor, it might be mature, and amateurs are much more confused. They have a lot of anxiety to win. So when they come to professionals like us who are specialists in helping people start a business, it becomes such a ease for them, right? If you want to buy property today, this will open up your mind. There are 1 million property brokers. You can go to a developer directly. But why there are 1 million brokers? Because he can give you choices. When you want to buy a stock market or anything in the stock market, shares, mutual fund, then also 1 million financial brokers. But when you want to buy a business, there's nobody. There is nobody outside Franchise India, Fran Global, Frank Corp. We are the only company which addresses this demand. Not that it's going to be nobody else, but that's why I'm building the community up. That's why I'm inviting consultants to join us and learn from us what we've done. So, friends, this is a phenomenal opportunity to position yourself either as a consultant who works independently and works on helping these entrepreneurs choose the business, or you become a city owner. That all the city, anybody who wants to buy a business, comes to your office. Or all the inquiries between these two also goes to directly your office. Every month we do events, and I'll explain a little more how the business model are. So coming back to introducing yourself, some people are started introducing. I will request others also to introduce. I'll take some names. Ramesh has introduced he's a management consultant from Chennai. Ramesh, you should meet our senior leader, Sakti Vel. Chennai is a great market for us, always been a top market for us. We almost every name in Chennai, from Cabin Care to Naturals to CAD centers to any smaller ones, all have been built by Franchise India. Then we have Manish. Manish, full form of IFC is independent franchise consultant. So that's how it works. Nizar wants to have discussion on Franchise India. Share your city. Then we'll talk about Shekhar is from Assam. Shekhar, Anurag from our Calcutta office would be in touch with you. And then we have Nizar is from Kochi. We can discuss that, but not for Kochi. We are opening for the firm because Kochi we have our direct office. And actually, I don't want to do cities where I don't have a direct office, because then you get exclusivity. Otherwise, you'll have a conflict with the direct teams also sitting there. So I'm open for Calicut. I'm open for other parts of Chennai. But first to begin with Calicut, because that's a city is much more business minded and it's much more introduced by franchising, because it's Kerala's community is much more exposed on global because they've been historically in the retail environment, franchise environment, especially in Middle East. Then we have Subir, who's joined us, and Subir has a great experience. Subir, your profile fits in. Beautiful. I feel the trainers, counselors, consultants, any kind of coaches, business coaches fit very well with us because you are doing the bigger need. Bigger need is not building and growing businesses. Bigger need is to build new businesses, right? And then later you can grow them also. You can take them to the next level. And then we have Prem, who's from Coimbatore, again a great market. Vinesh is a professional. Anjana is again a consultant and been a software advisor. Good to know you, Anjana. Then we have uh, Prem is from Coimbatore. Then we have Dharmik from Nagpur. Nagpur, I'm very, very keen to do a firm because Nagpur is a city we've done a phenomenal business. Rather, the first Coffee Day franchise, Cafe Coffee Day never used to do franchise. I sold 5 franchise in 2004, 21 years back. I opened up the first nightclub there called 10 Downing Street. That also in 2005 in Nagpur. So Nagpur has a big history with us. We've consulted Haldiram's, we've taken Badrinath. So all major families of Nagpur are done by us. But that's true almost everywhere because 28 years, as soon as I said 20,000 brands, it's pretty much, we can give you a lot of examples. So Danish is from CA from Kerala. Good to have you. Utsav was from Dubai. He's now come back. So the perfect time, Utsav. And you can use the opportunity of this timing where you're getting into a new year to decide what is next for you. Normally, we are so busy in whatever we're doing. We never get a chance to reflect what we always wanted to do. And when you are in that stage, when you are moving out of careers, you get that time. But you also have to really make sure that you work on this. You work 10 hours every day to reflect on yourself that what is the next big thing you want to do in life. Manish is from Ranchi. Ranchi, I'm also very keen for a firm. Again, a very big market, but it needs local team, local people. I want to do a good firm in Ranchi. Anjana is from Colombo. Colombo, I have one IFC already working, but I am doing Anjana a show on 14th February, which is second edition. And 500 people would come. So I'm going to add now teams. And we are very, very successful there. We run a company called Friend Global Sri Lanka in Colombo. I normally come every month. Next first week of January, we will announce a major deal, which we are doing for Sri Lankan brand to be launched in India. Because I always believe that Sri Lankan brands have good potential, but small market. I've also taken if you live in Colombo, Anjana, you know, I also own a brand called Tea Avenue. Tea Avenue is a tea place. We have 11 stores in Colombo. So we own that. And we also brought the biggest women innerwear brand to India, Amante. That also was done by us. And then we are doing many other brands in Colombo. If I were given a chance, people laugh at me, I will retire in Colombo because it's a beautiful city. So that's our passion for that country. I feel that with our ability, we can really grow the economy of Sri Lanka. Then we have Nizar from Calicut. And then we have Mr. Murthy from Chennai. Mr. Murthy, you can talk to Saktivel. Then we have Vishwajit Anand, who's from Muzaffarpur. Again, a great market, a lot of cash, a lot of people want to diversify. In these traditional markets, especially in UP, which was industrial markets, a lot of people want to diversify. A lot of children move to different cities and they want to do work in Delhi or other parts of the work. And then we have Shubham Mehta. Shubham, welcome. And then we have Hanan. Hanan, you can write here and note down and we can set up a meeting call with her. Hanan, very perfect timing from Egypt because Egypt is on a radar to open up our office there. And I want to do it in partnership because some countries we can do it ourselves. Till date, we have not done any partnership anywhere in the world. In 19 countries, we are directly there. But now in some countries, which are like Egypt is on my top radar because it's a market like India. We can really control the market. There's no big consulting firm. There's no show. There is nobody who is doing what we're doing here. From making companies franchise ready, helping them to scale their business through franchise, and then help them to even raise value or sell their businesses. It's a phenomenal opportunity. Rather, I'm doing one of the Central Asia countries, and president of the country has invited me because they feel that what impact franchising can bring to these countries, because you can bring in a lot of global brands, a lot of this. When I started in India 28 years back, nobody understood the word franchise, you know, and since then we had an opportunity to build this phenomenal industry, which has given millions of people livelihood, millions of people entrepreneurial opportunity. So I feel more than what we would have made financially, it has given a lot of value addition to our economy, especially for the mid-size economy. Uh, and today we're very proud that out of the 10 top corporations of India, we work with 7 of them. So you can see from the large multinationals to this, and we are very proud to share with you all that we are the only company in the world which has worked with Google to create a franchise model for Google. So you have to understand it's a global project executed by our team. While we have big names, we have done Unilever, Procter and Gamble, and likes of them. But I'm very proud to do Google because we all live every day some part of Google, right? So it's that powerful enterprise, and they're choosing us for a global project is a big opportunity. And we have done some phenomenal opportunities like that, right? Like we did Levi's. Levi's had no stores globally. Skechers' first store was opened by us. 3M had no franchising or globally, so we did 3M. So these are large multinationals who chose us to really create their franchise business through us. Okay, so before we go to, I will have 2 more names. We have Ramdas, who's from Goa. Again, I'm very, very keen on Goa because Goa is now, a lot of people have migrated for good and they want to stay there. So it's no more a second home. It's become first home for people. I mean, Goans always had the first home, but now a lot of immigrants who come from different cities, especially from North India, a lot of people have gone there. They all want to do something there. And I feel that there's a gap in a lot of sectors, education sector, healthcare sector. I see because F&B is overdone there, a lot of restaurants and things. But I think now people need other amenities. They need good healthcare. They need medical tourism. They need things like that. They need services, even like a service like a good dry cleaning, not there. I know Goa very well. Radha Sonia started a food court in Goa 24/7 in 2004. It was the first food court opposite Tito's, which we opened up. Then we have Umesh. Umesh is from Navi Mumbai. Umesh, our team would be in touch with you. We have office in Andheri, a very large office. And then we have Vatan from Ranchi. Again, Anurag would be there. So friends, good you all shared, and I really respect that you joined on today because it's a holiday. Still, you are participating in a business. I mean, you're serious about yourself. And if you're serious about yourself, we are very serious about you. So what is this opportunity? Opportunity is that we have 2 major banks. Clearly understand. One is these brands. We have over the years aggregated these brands and have exclusive contracts with them to sell their franchise to anyone we want to do. So these are companies which has a lot of work, hard work been done. So when you start as an independent franchise consultant or become a firm owner, you go and represent these brands exclusively. So you can go and say, I represent Zepto, I do Zodio, I do Yosta, I do Raymond's. So all these companies are done by you, and it goes from a very small micro opportunity to a 5-star hotel. So anything in between we can do. So that becomes a big opportunity. When you become one work with us, you get exclusive partnerships which come suddenly to you. Now that makes us also an entry barrier. A lot of people even have worked in my company, moved out of franchise India, wanted to become a consultant, never were able to do that because to aggregate these opportunities for an individual is impossible, right? So we are the EY or a KPMG or a McKinsey of this world. So we have aggregated opportunities and we spent millions of rupees in getting these opportunities in that. And these are not just limited to Indian opportunities. These are opportunities from 19 different countries. So when I go to Sri Lanka, I think like Sri Lankan. I don't think like Indian. Then I think about opportunities which can fit into that market. And they might come from North America, it might come from Europe, it might come from Australia, it can come from Middle East or any other country. So this opportunity is one bank. The day you finish your 3-day training, we give you these opportunities. And every single day, we launch another brand every single day, 12 o'clock. Every day, 12 o'clock, one brand is launched. And this we have done, especially for this, when COVID started, we started doing these digital webinars and it has stayed with us. and God has been very kind. Every day we get one brand onboarded with us who wants to get into the market. And from jewelry to this to new spaces like lab grown is now we're doing about 14 lab grown brands. Similarly, the second part, which is most critical, I can give you these brands, but where are you going to go to sell these brands, right? And most of the people as individuals don't have the ecosystem to get a lot of investors. You don't know where these investors are. Every month we generate over 100,000 people who are interested to buy a franchise. Every single month, right? There is no organization in the world which can say, I will get 100,000, 1 lakh new investors every single month. But this is not easy. This has a very large engine behind it. We do at least 10 to 15 shows every single month. Like our calendar for next 3 months, January, February, March is already out. So people know when we are in Calcutta, Calcutta is the 11th show is happening. Then we have 10th in Hyderabad, pay and come. So which means when you meet them, they are already qualified investors. Right. And then we have other ecosystems. So you search anything on Google and say, I want to buy a franchise, 100% you're coming to us. Like I'm doing a show in Sri Lanka on 14th of February. 500 plus people would come. Last time we did a show, there was not a place to sit. So a lot of people had to wait to get their position to sit down and talk. And every single federation of Sri Lanka supports us. There were 8 federations and chambers. All 8 are supporting us. So that becomes the second part. So when you join us, we give you training on these brands, train you on business models, train you financial models, train you on history of the brand, everything, and give you all the collaterals, communication, and you are championed on these brands, right? If I ask you how this gym model works, you will be able to tell anytime is this was started in this is opportunity, all that is base. But more importantly, we give you qualified leads. These qualified leads every month hit your entire thing. Like today is 25th. Tomorrow, everybody in their dashboard, in their CRM would come in. We have taken the best CRM in the world. So you will get your CRM, all the leads which are coming in. And then you have to just bring these two together. And if you put reasonable time, and which is very important, I will tell you that only way you can fail in this business if you don't have time. And it's not a retail business. You're not buying a Nike franchisee where you're not there. People will still come and buy a shoe. It's people business. It's a people business. You need to be involved. I proudly say this to everyone that I've built the largest franchise and consulting company in the world, but 365 days I work. I don't take any single day holiday. Even if I'm traveling for some family thing, that day also I take up a lot of calls, a lot of meetings, a lot of this and that, because that's what I do, and I enjoy it because this I never think this is somebody else. I'm doing for myself, and that's how consultants should think, because it's a return on involvement. More you're involved, more you're there, more you get more return. So this is an opportunity, but it also needs a very strong planning, which we also train you on. So we call MOST, MOSTs. Your sport is called the MOST. M stands for mentoring. We mentor you hard. Rather than morning, when we have one single group with all our partners, single group. The first message and the last message is from Sanjay. Right? He gets up, and the first thing he goes to his community, gives them ideas that what we're going to do today, how we're going to work on that. And all day, and his team all day, including my time also, goes on giving the joint calls with our IFC partner. Rather, he was with me in my office about an hour back, and he says, 6:30, I want you to be coming on the call, while I was occupied for something else. But we have to give priority to our partners, and I will jump on the call if it is required to do that. So, like yesterday, I was in Hyderabad. The first meeting I did with the IFC partner and the last meeting I did with the IFC partner. And they are committed. They are very committed. So I feel I'm also have to be equally committed. So M stands for mentoring. O stands for opportunities, which is constantly growing. So you don't have to work hard on that. We'll constantly add another 30 brands every single month in your portfolio. So your portfolio is growing. S stands for sport. A lot of things you require. You require marketing, you need communication, you need creatives, you need proposals, you need collection to be done. All that pieces are done from backend. You don't have to do. Your focus is on consulting. Your focus is on deal making. Your focus is on how you drive revenue. And the last is training. T stands for training. Training is a very constant part of our exercise. So when you start, we get 3 days training. We arrange all your stay, your travel, everything we do. And after that, every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 8 o'clock, joint meeting on Zoom call. So we learn from each other. Every single day, one brand which we launch, we train you on that brand. So there is everyday training and 3 days peer-to-peer training and 3 full days where Sonia and I am involved and Sanjay is involved. And I take full day exclusively myself. And I enjoy because when I see people understanding the whole concept, what I took many, many years to understand, I think I'm able to do it with them in a day. And they are also excited. Like we just finished a batch, and this was a batch which we finished last week. And the next day, I had a huge meeting with one of the new IFC who are trained. So he got very excited. He called the best client of his, which is about 1,000 crore company. And same afternoon, next day afternoon, they were sitting with us. So this is what opportunity, friends, we have. And it's not for everyone. I will be honest. If you don't have the DNA of being a consultant, DNA to have been excited to help people. So DNA of self-learning every single day, DNA to be a great networker, that you don't mind speaking to a person sitting next to you in the flight and telling them what you do, then you might not be very suitable for this. But if you have 100 hours to spend minimum, and you have all these qualities, and you are also financially ambitious, you want to make a lot of money, right? Then we like you. Because sometimes people just don't want to, they just replace their, some professionals also come, they want to just replace their salary. I'm getting 1.5 lakh rupees. Can I make 1.5 lakh rupees? That's okay. That's not bad. But I like people who say, I want to make 5 crores. I want to make $1 million. And that's where excites me, because then they plan well, they work on ambitious projects, they work on, rather Sanjay has launched 1 crore club in our entire thing, which is people who would make more than 1 crore every single year. And we have many who qualify this. So, but I know how much hard work they do. They're always available, they're always working. Every lead which hits them right now at 11:50, they've already spoken. So they see everything as an opportunity. So friends, this is an invitation to partner with world's largest franchise organization, to partner with the organization which has serviced the entrepreneurial community for the last 28 years, a partner with the organization which has capability and methodology to help you navigate this whole journey, and also a company which is going to support you in everything at the back. But you also have to have all the skills and capabilities to be in the front, then only we maximize. Now I'll pass it on to Sanjay. And next 3 days, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm keeping for some slots directly with me. I would be able to, I'm going to Vietnam, but I will keep about 10 to 12 slots with people who genuinely qualify, and Sanjay and our senior leaders would qualify. And if you fit into that qualification process, then they would give you a slot with me and we will have a chat. You can have a candid chat with me. I'll also ask you some questions which can be straight. And if we both feel that this is something which we want to do really, then we will start a journey in 2026 together. And it will also be a journey of your entrepreneurial journey starting in 2026. Sometimes we explore opportunities, but we don't have a date in mind. We don't know when we want to be. So I like entrepreneurs who are firm, who have date, who wants to take few steps towards it, and then they become very, very successful. Then we also have Ziad. Before I leave, I should take his point also. He's in education sector, working in education consultant, local education institutes in Sri Lanka. So we have a lot of education brands. We have a lot of, we are now doing one of the largest K-12 schools in the world. It's from Sweden and runs 150 locations. And I'm very, very keen to open up a good international K-12 school in Sri Lanka. Education-wise, we skilling opportunities, preschools, a lot of these, and global. We have 2 very strong preschools out of Singapore. We have a training company out of UK. We have another English training company. English is a big, big opportunity because every Sri Lankan wants to go overseas, study overseas. So they all have to do IELTS and they have to get trained on that. So when we talk, we'll share a lot of other opportunities. And So, friends, thank you very much, and season's greetings to all of you. And I'll pass it on to Sanjay Bhatt to run a presentation, and we will see if you qualify, you like this opportunity, and our teams also like you. Then I'll love to have a chat with you over the next 3 days. Thank you very much for your time, and enjoy your evening. Over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. And friends, we will take next 10-15 minutes to run the presentation to give you some slides. And after the webinar, we'll have a detailed discussion with all of you. If there is any question, we'll take it up and we'll make you completely understanding this opportunity. And then we will fix up a 10-minute slot with our chairman, sir, if we are both going together. So first slide, I'll take few slides as of now, which are important to know. First slide says what is franchising. As we discussed, it's a $5 trillion industry today. Anything what we consume is coming from franchise company, franchise industry, and that's wherein franchising is growing because consumption is growing. Everything is becoming branded, and now there is a exposure in every small city as well. So people are connected. People are now getting branded as well. So they want brands in their city. They want good malls in their city. Absolutely good brands in every category they are looking forward to have in their city. So if we talk about sector-wise, as we discussed, so every sector today is evolving into franchising because they want to expand. They want to have a local partner, in every city because consumer is now every city. People are consuming the businesses, consuming the services, and using the products. And that's why for brands and businesses, they need to expand in all the cities across the world. Now, today, technology-based businesses or direct-to-home businesses, which are now, if we talk about in metros, even gardener or a some kind of a repair work which is happening is also coming from a franchise company. But if you'll see, a lot of healthcare services are now provided at home, at your doorstep, and that can be some elderly people who are looking forward for some maybe dialysis services or some blood samplers they want to go for blood testing. It's all done at your home and it's all franchised. Financial services, if you talk about, mine, we had earlier, we have worked with ICICI Securities, we have worked with Kotak Mahindra, we have worked with, every company who is there offering franchise financial services are also now, there are a lot of new businesses also evolving into this category. Even Motilal Oswal, we work. They're also offering financial services. There's also done franchising through us. Then if we talk about now pet care, it's again one of the category which is right now evolving, which was now there are a lot of pet lovers also, and there are some nuclear families working both husband wife, and they have pet at home. Now they need to have a pet clinic nearby. They need to have a store nearby. They need to have the service nearby. So that's wherein these businesses are now growing in franchising. So auto, you talk about the EV segment. EV segment is also getting into now franchising and or entering into new markets. And then charging stations are attached to this. They're also looking forward for partners. And in hotels and hostels, clinics, also looking for partners. Even it can be a different kind of model wherein they are looking operations themselves, but they are looking forward for a investments from outside. Even Tata Croma, we work. Tata Croma is absolutely a investment model wherein they are looking forward only for someone who can invest, but all operations are done by brand themselves because they want to provide the last mile service to the consumer, top class, which is Tata's, obviously legacy, and they don't want to give operations to anyone. They will have operations, but they are looking forward for people to invest in that brand. Likewise, hospitals and big hotel chains, they're also looking forward for investments because not everyone can be able to do this franchise and operations in this segment. So they are offering FOCO model, which is franchise-owned company operated. So there are a lot of other businesses which are now getting into franchising because they want to expand, they want to go to new cities, they want to enter, but they are looking forward for an operator. Even Reliance, if I give an example, we have today 8 brands of Reliance. Now the strategy of Reliance is not to get money. They are looking forward for a local operator. That's the difference because if we see they can open 1,000 stores across, 2,000 stores across, which are company owned, company operated. But what is the idea? Idea is looking forward for a local operator, local entrepreneur who was having credibility in that city and can operate the business. That's why it is 4-4 model, franchise owned, franchise operated. This is exactly what we are offering. We are also offering franchise owned, franchise operated. So that's an IFC model, because IFC is also a franchisee of Franchise India. So you are operating in your city because you are, living in that city. You have your own credibility, and you are having experience. Plus, you are also, knowing this thing. So you will completely do justice to this business, because you know local business, you know local investors very well, and local people would want to work with you because you're local. That's where it is the accountability and the responsibility which is on you. But you represent a brand, you represent Franchise India, and it will be owned by you and operated by you. So what we are offering, tablet. After you join us, we'll give you tablet. Tablet stands for technology, access to our infrastructure, brands. What we have, leads absolutely from our side, events across cities. We are giving you leads, plus we are giving you training. So first would be 3 days training in our corporate office. That's every month, which is happening. We just done the batch last uh, Friday to Monday. We had a new batch, and next month we'll be again having a new batch. We're coming 3 days to corporate office first time, and rest of the training programs will be done online. But this training program is very, very important, because now you will be knowing about the Franchise India, the process and the structure what we have created, product wise and also the brand wise, because we have many brands now in house. That's also you will be knowing about. It's an in-depth knowledge seminar which we are conducting for 3 days, and the chairman sir will be himself involved into this. Events every month, 10 to 15 events, what we organize, and it will be all open for you. No investments from your side. Lead structure, no promotion, no branding, no leads to generate from your side, no investment. And brands, as I said, we have brands with us. It will be all open for you. The day you join, we create your brand portfolio, and you can drive all the brands as per the investment requirement. You can also use our infrastructure. Wherever we have office, you can use it full time. And we give you CRM, all the database in CRM, Franchise India domain. Will also give you email ID that will also represent your structure and your Franchise India part. So the proposed structure, if I can give you some understanding about the IFC, why this ladder has been created, because we feel every investor is unique. Unique would mean that someone put 4 hours, someone put 6 hours, someone put full time. So we have full time also, but minimum 4 hours a day is must, wherein you are involved. And you also have growth structure, so that you want to grow faster, you want to earn more money. It's absolutely valuable. So at the entry point, when you join us, it's all IFC partners. Entry point, you will be as an IFC. And once you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue, I'm talking about in just 1 year, complete 1 year. If you hit 15 lakh rupees as early as possible, or 15 deals, you will jump into IFC Elite. Then you hit 50 lakh rupees revenue, you will hit Pro and then Master accordingly at 1 CR. But it will absolutely change your structure, your paying, your payout structure, and your growth structure. How it is going to happen? IFC at base level, you'll be our 40% shareholder. Elite will get you 50%. Would mean that next year you will be 50-50 partner with us. I'm sorry. So first year is 40%, and next year you will be 50%, because you have now gone into Elite, and only 15 lakh rupees revenue is required complete year. And that can be done in one lead, one deal, one event, or one day. It's very, very easy. And then 60% you will go to next year, and then 70% as well. So every stage you will see your leads will grow. Leads is absolutely not an issue in our system, because some 30 to 35,000 leads, which are investor leads, we get every week. Every week. So you want 300 leads a month we are giving, but minimum guaranteed is 50 leads with one CRM, and CRM IDs can be also +1, +2, +3 as you grow with us. So as we have also discussed with you, I'll give you some understanding and a quick overview of your earnings. That's very important slide. So when you join, you will be at IFC. entry levels wherein you have 40% sharing. Now, 40% of what? As we discussed, we work with two communities. One side we have investors. So where you see I is investor, where you see B is brands. So we have brands at one side, investors at one side. What we do? We work both. When we work both, we don't work free. So we onboard both. When we onboard both, we charge a fee. Would mean when we onboard an investor, we charge a small fee, which is IA, investor acquisition. When we onboard a brand, which is BD, business development, that's also we are having business development, that is brand on board. So because we don't service any brand free of cost, we don't service any investor which is free of cost. We charge investor as per the investment bracket. Say under 20 lakh rupees, we charge 30,000 rupees, and after we have different investment brackets, it also goes up from 30 to 50,000. Then it goes to 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh accordingly. But investment, if it is as low as under 20 lakh rupees investment budget, we are charging 30,000 rupees for investor coming on board. And what we do then? We service both. We service investors, we service brands. Servicing investor would mean IS, investor service fees, because when we service an investor, would mean that we are getting the right brand for the investor. The matchmaking is done. The investor will also have to pay us a service fees, which is in this case, wherein we have charged 30,000, is 1 lakh rupees minimum. Investor will pay us as the fee for the servicing the investor. And getting this franchise may take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months as well. But this service charges will definitely come to us again, which is 1 lakh rupees in this case. Now, third, which is BS, brand service fee, because when we service a brand, when we are selling a franchise for any brand, we also get brand service fees, which is called BS, brand service fees. Very, very easy to understand. So we have 4 revenue arms, which is IA, IS, BS, BD, which is IA would mean investor acquisition, investor registration, and investor service. Brand acquisition would be business development, and brand service would mean brand servicing, business BS. Now, if I can give an example how it is working like, for example, you do with minimum 30,000 rupees calculation, you do 10 investor on board in a month. Because every day we have to do the same. Every day we talk to the investors. Every day we get leads, investor leads. We talk to them. Say you get, even I'm talking about the lowest cost, which is 30,000 rupees we get from the investor. Say you do 10 investors a month. That becomes 10 into 30,000, it becomes 3 lakh. Your share is 40% of that 3 lakh. Then we will get 1 lakh rupees from each investor as a service fees. You get 10 into 1 lakh, 10 lakh. Your again payout is 40%. Means 4 lakh will go to you. Then at the same time, brand will also get us brand service fees because we have already sold the franchise. And in terms of brand service fees, it is 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh, but it goes up to 50 lakh also in some cases as per the deal. But I'm talking about if it is minimum of 2 lakh rupees each, this all 10 franchisees which we have sold, 10 into 2 lakh, it becomes 20 lakh. You get again 40% of that 20 lakh rupees, which is 8 lakh. Now coming to BD, BD would mean brand on board. It's again high ticket. Brand onboarding, we charge minimum 8.5 lakh, then 17.5 lakh, 40 and 75 lakh. We have 4 formats in this, which are fixed all over India. Say you are talking about the base minimum of 8.5 lakh. If there's a small client, small brand, maybe startup company, we take them on board and we charge 8.5 lakh rupees, and you can do as many. Now, what is your role in this? Why this 20% in every case is there? Because in this case, what's your role is to only share a reference with us. So you get a reference, you share with us, and then rest all we do. We will organize a meeting because as our chairman sir was saying that he's also traveling, I'm also traveling. We do every day joint meetings with our partners. Say you have a reference and we do a meeting, and after that we understand what to offer. It can be maybe 40 lakh rupees an offer which we're sharing. Once we close, and that will be all done by us, follow-up, presentations, invoices, payments, everything will be done by us. And after that, you have no role because you are only giving me reference and arranging a meeting. Then we get them ready. All the consulting services by Franchise India, marketing by Franchise India, lead generation by Franchise India. And then our team will work on all the brands which are onboarded by anybody. It's open for all. So whosoever will be doing the franchise development, franchise sale, franchise deal will get the BS fees, will get the brand service fees, which is already fixed at the time of brand onboard. Brand onboarding fee, which is upfront. Second is brand service fees for each closure they will pay us. Because we work on brokerage, we work on success fees. So every franchisee we sell, we get a BS fees. That's must, which is decided at the time of brand onboarding. It can be depending on the size of the opportunity. It can be 2 lakh to say 50 lakh as well. But you get 20% on onboarding fees, which is say 8.5 lakh. You get 20% of 8.5 lakh, and you can do as many as references you can get in a month. After that, if you decide to work on that brand, and you can get BS fees for all the transactions you do. So I'll put an example here. Say, for example, we have one brand which is TBZ in jewelry category. Tribhuvan Das BMG is a very nice from Mumbai. It is onboarded by one of my IFC partner, and he has given a reference. We onboard and we got a 40 lakh plus GST upfront, which is onboarding fees. Now my partner has given only reference. IFC partner have got 20% upfront, which is 20% of 40 lakh. That you can understand. This is straight away 8 lakh rupees is being given to him. That's a payout. That's one. Second, he has just done a deal for the brand. For example, now we have done a deal for the brand TBZ. Our success fees or a brokerage fee is 20 lakh rupees per deal. Now we got a deal done. 20 lakh rupees is the brand service fees from TBZ with us. So we got 20 lakh rupees from that deal from the brand which we got for him. Now you have again 40% of this 20 lakh rupees as a partner. So 40% of 20 lakh, it gives you again 8 lakh rupees. But from investor, we, as I said, we don't work free. So if we have calculated IA and IS, which is onboarding fees plus service fees, in this case, we take some 12 lakh rupees from the investor as well, combined IA and IS. So of 12 lakh rupees, he also got 40% of 12 lakh. Now you can calculate in just one deal or one brand onboarding and getting a deal done for the same brand, what is the revenue which has come. So it's a highly rewarding business. And once he is becoming 50%, because he has already done one this in this year, and next year when it starts, he will become my 50% partner. Because only what we require in first year is only 15 lakh rupees, wherein we have already got 40 lakh rupees, which is onboarding fees. That's gross revenue. You need only 50 lakh. Second, you also got huge amount from this. Obviously, you are also getting the rewards and awards also simultaneously. Now, this is one revenue which we do every month, every day. Second, all the brands which we are working with, we are also negotiating with them for giving some direct incentives, which are cash incentives to our IFC partners for getting the deals done. So if you are working for some particular brand, so we have brand side also a direct cash incentive, where you have no cut with us, and that will go directly to you. Third, Franchise India also is giving a lot of opportunities for a lot of incentives, which can be in kinds also, which can be in cash also, which is we call as working capital. Now that working capital is also time to time we release. And if you are doing, say, one quarter, some sort of business, and you will get, say, 50,000 rupees extra working capital, which is not, you cannot encash that, which can be used for your travel, for your staying, whenever you go to any other city to attend a, kind of a, suppose some event or any function you attend, anywhere you can use in terms of your travel, air flight, plus the staying also, which should be done by our side. Fourth, we also have every quarter in international contest. International contest would mean that you work for a quarter. Every quarter, it's a 4 yearly, that you have some criteria to meet. There is some revenue targets which we have. It is your choice. And if you achieve that, Rather, what we have done as a policy, that we have our leaders and we have put target on our leaders that how many IFC partners you qualify, then your qualification is also based on that. Would mean that we help you to qualify and you get payout also. Say you do 20 lakh rupees, you are now for Manila, Philippines. There's a contest which is right now going on, October, November, December. So the total revenue is 20 lakh rupees gross, which is for 3 months. So we make you achieve that 20 lakh. One, you will get 40% of that 20 lakh rupees, which we will make you achieve. Second, we are also making you qualify for the contest after this quarter. So every quarter, there is an international contest for you. So fourth, revenue. And obviously, when you are working with Franchise India, so you have a lot of other opportunities, which can be coaching a brand, which can be maybe some kind of a coach you become. And there's a resale also, which we have. Then there are other businesses which are simultaneously separate verticals and entities of company. But as an IFC, you also get that kind of opportunity as well, wherein you are also being paid. So it's a humongous opportunity over there and highly rewarding. And that what it takes, how you can become our partner. There is one only one time, that's a license fees which you have to pay to Franchise India to get license. That is 6 lakh plus GST for Indian market, which is fixed all over India. And this is going to be revised from 1st of Jan, because this is valid till 31st of December. From Jan, it is going to change and revise. It's already been announced on 15th of December that it will be applicable from 1st of Jan, which is 2026. So this is only one time. Rest 3 years is the agreement. In all 3 years, there is no investment from your side. It is all investment done by Franchise India, and all the events, all the lead generation, promotions, is all done by us. So there is no extra investments from, not even a single penny from your side to after becoming the partner with Franchise India. So it will be all done by Franchise India. So likely we are getting events now every month. There are already next 3 months already planned from the investor side also, brand side also, and the event side also. So events, we are not bringing in free of cost, investors to visit or to be part of that. It's all paid. That's our team who is doing this, and we are getting you because you are putting time. I am putting time. We are putting. All of us are putting time. So we make sure that our investors are paid, and our investors we are giving time. It is making some sense because these are all paid investors and very, very senior and serious investors who are coming to buy a franchise, but they need guidance. They need a local partner. They need a local advisor. That's where it comes through us, that we help and work very, very closely with every investor up till he is getting the right opportunity, and we help him throughout this journey. So thank you so much from all of us, because this is very, very important. We have taken some 15 minutes extra today, but we will come back to you having a one-on-one detailed discussion with you. If we really feel that we both are on the same page, then we'll take it to the next level with our chairman for 10 minutes. We have next couple of days fixed up slots when we will be doing these joint meetings. If there's any question, you can also feel free to ask our team and leaders in between, and then we will make sure that once we are coming on the meeting with chairman, it makes sense for both of us because you have understood the model, and further he is also having some questions which he might be asking, and then we'll take this further, and we'll also fix up next training program which is coming up in the month of Jan. We'll fix up our partners to attend that training program as well, so that we are getting it started. Once again, on behalf of the panel, thank you so much and Merry Christmas once again. Have a great time and wishing you all a very, very happy New Year ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.